What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live, the show where we ask anything, and we also answer the questions as well. Hey, look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're going to have a great show today. We're talking a little bit about some relationship issues, some relationship problems. Just some questions in general about relationships. You know how we do. And get some answers to them. Man, look, a lot of stuff is going on in the world today. Okay, you know, we talked about this last week. The Roe versus Wade was overturned. So it took away a woman's right to decide what she wants to do with her body when it comes to having a child. All right. And we're going to discuss that further in shows to come. All right. Want to thank and not thank, but support everybody who's out there doing their dream. My man Ken Joseph, his movie is about to come out this weekend. The Johnny Jackson story. Let's go support that. It's streaming, so support that. All right. I met somebody yesterday also who has a plant-based detergent. All right, and they gave me a couple of packages to try out. But she's going to be on the show as well, talking about her business, her venture, her plant-based detergent. And also, everyone, the Dope Living TV network is coming real soon. Just getting all of this stuff out of the way before we start. Coming real soon to the internet, and we're going to make sure that we definitely support everybody who's out there trying to live their dreams and be a content creator. We're developing a channel so that the people that are out there doing their things as far as films, as far as shows, self-help shows, things of that nature, we want to get you on the Dope Living TV network. So, you know, we're anxiously awaiting your submissions, and we'll be there for you. All right. This weekend also, shout out to Ron Reed. Okay. The Views and Opinions show. Had a great show last week. Well, Sunday. You all check him out. He's blowing up. There's Chris Mills, one of the panel members on Dope Living TV Live, is having a show that's coming on this Saturday, the 1st. It's a show about music. All right, we'll talk about that later on too. But while we're sitting here chilling, let me bring my guys on. Everybody say what's up to Mo B.
What's happening, family?
Chilling, bro. What's going on, man?
Oh, man. Just enjoying life today. It's a beautiful day.
You already know, man. You got the Bahamas in the background over there, boy. I see you.
Chill macking.
You know. Everybody say what's up, Kevin.
K-Mac.
All right.
Hey, fam. How you doing?
How you doing? I thought he was going to do a Gina on us, bro.
No, I made sure before I clicked in that I wasn't muted.
Always going to do a Gina. Okay, speaking of Gina won't be on today. Gina is doing some things out in Las Vegas. She hooked up with Chris. They're doing some big things out there. So everybody pray for them and support them both. Okay. Also, let's say hello to Miss Marcella.
Hello. Marcella. How's everyone doing today?
Hey, what's going on?
Good.
We are definitely talking about some things that are happening in these relationship arenas. We want to make sure that we cover as much as possible today. Starting off, let's see. Someone asked me this, okay? What absolutely irritates you? What absolutely annoys you? What irks you about your mate or someone that you are dating? What's a annoying point that they always have that you just like, man, this might be a game changer, but I love her, I love him. All right. Nah. What irks you about your mate? Maurice, let's start with you.
I knew he was coming to me. I knew he was coming to me. I knew it. I'm sitting up here straining my brain trying to think of something.
Don't get in trouble, Maurice.
Yeah, but see, a hand can come out from the left.
Upstairs.
Right.
She upstairs. So she's upstairs. So.
Come from upstairs.
Let's see. Spending that money.
Wait a minute, you said that kind of softly.
Spending that money.
Because she's upstairs.
I'm saying it with some balls. Spending the damn money. She spends the money. She spending it like running water.
You know what?
Not a game changer, but damn.
She spends it like a rookie running back.
Oh man, it's like this right here. She spent it, and it's not a game changer, but oh Lord, have mercy. Ow.
Money means spending the money.
Yeah, Marcelo, I can't get mad about it. I can't really get mad about it. Like I said, it's something that goes like this. But it is what it is.
Can't say nothing, right?
Don't fight about money, man, because you can't fight about money. Yeah, just go.
You in it now. You in it to win it, right? Marcelo, what about you?
Not taking ownership of something you might have said or done.
Whoa,
that's one of my biggest ones.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Rael McGee. First time checking us out. Thank you for
tuning in. How you doing?
Hey, Kevin, what about you?
Kevin.
Why you say why you
He did that slow. Yeah.
When you're at home, right?
Yep, I'm at home tonight.
It's blurred behind you now, but it's gonna get clear real quick.
It's when I'm doing something and she has to tell me what's going on. I tell her, give me 5 minutes. And we can talk, and she goes ahead and tells me anyway.
I'm guilty of doing that sometimes.
I'll bet you are. Okay, here's my thing. Ella Taylor says, "Happy wife, happy life, Moby."
Hey,
hey,
Ella. I do like this. Oh well, it is what it is.
Okay, but what about happy husband? I won't play the dozen. I mean, what's up with
happy
that?
house, happy spouse, and that can go for each one.
Come on, man. Angie's still standing. Love you.
Hey, Angie.
So, for me,
yeah,
and y'all know how picky I am.
Bucks.
No, this is what really irks me, and I don't know why I must get those Grabinski women. All right, I don't understand it. This is what irks me. I'm feeling something right now too, man.
Go digger.
We go to dinner, right? Hey, order what you want.
Greg.
Okay. That looks good. And you bringing your fork over here. Don't do that. You've already ordered what you wanted. I ordered what I wanted. And then you bring your fork, and that fork, all of a sudden, it turns this big. All right. I see the fork coming, and I'm like, oh no, I want to be cool with it, but then it irks me. It just bothers me that you order what you wanted. Why are you trying to get what I'm eating?
Go on with that, girl. Go on.
Oh, don't do that, man. I got withdrawals. Byron Patton says, "Unhappy husband smashes your cousin."
You know what?
Byron.
That wasn't right, Byron.
Byron.
Angie says, "LOL," shaking my head. I'm telling you, man, I can't stand it, and that'll ruin my whole date, basically. Okay, I might not express it too much, but I'm like, it irks me. It really irks. That's the word too. It irks me. I'm gonna keep it PG because I could use the other words, but this irks me. Don't bring your
Oh,
fork over there to get my food because you got your food. I even look,
get your
order what
food.
you want. You can even order from that side of the menu.
What
Okay,
if
we
so?
food.
So what if she likes what you're getting, but she also wants something else? So do you want her just to order 2 meals?
If she wants something else, get something else. Leave my plate alone. That's my
Right.
plate.
No, my
That's
pet
my
peeve, you don't touch my food. And I have
not at
stabbed,
all.
a couple of people with the fork, trying to bring their fork over. I was
And,
stabbing
and then,
again.
hey Kevin, and then they say, well, you can have some of mine. I don't want none of yours.
Hey,
I didn't ask you for any of yours. Try this. Try this. Come on, try it. Try it. No.
hey,
Greg, Greg.
back in the day, I remember a girl, and I won't mention her name. You know how like you eat just enough on your plate, and you sit back and you're full, and she goes, "Are you going to eat?
Are you going to eat? Yes. Oh my God.
And I'm going, no, I'm
Y'all
full.
gonna get off
Do,
of us.
do you mind? And I'm going, no, go ahead.
Hell
What can I say?
yeah.
What can I say? This will be the last time I see you, though. But go ahead.
Right.
Go
Eat all,
ahead. Load up, baby.
Eat all you want. Eat all you want.
Load up because you're not coming back over again. Ever.
Make this the last supper. We can take a picture and get some of your friends to sit around us. Make this the last supper, okay?
Yeah.
Because we're done. Byron says, I totally agree with you. Greg. That irks me, man. That really, I can tell
Okay,
y'all.
being the
I don't
only
know.
woman over here,
I don't know.
just share. Learn to share
Look.
Huh?
Look.
To share what?
your food.
I
That's
paid for
sexy.
her.
That's sexy sharing.
I have to get ready to tell you. I was going to say we do share food
At home.
No.
When you're butt naked and you're putting it on her and squeeze the appetite.
That way too, Greg. That way too. But I'm just saying, at when you're out for dinner, and she might take a whipped cream, whatever, and stick it in your put it on her finger, stick it on your tongue. You know what I'm saying?
But on the first,
wait a minute.
What if it's the first
think this
date?
question is changing. It's going a whole different route. Right
It's
now.
going really, really sexy.
All I'm saying is,
you see the way Mo said it. It's going really, really sexy.
eat your damn food, okay? Eat your food, okay? Remember,
you might be hungry for something.
Generally,
Right?
if you order from that side of the menu, your mama, your girl cousin.
Okay, next question. You going?
She might be hungry for something else, Greg.
Huh?
She might be hungry for something else.
She needs to get her own food at that moment. We can deal with the something else later. Right now,
yeah, but
fork,
you might be lighting that candle for later.
That fork has become a shovel, okay? A large instrument that you're violating my space. I need my own food. Ella says next. That's because she probably one of them bottom feeders that be all up in the.
You did say bottom.
Ella, I'm in agreement with you. Next,
the views that are expressed.
Okay, you need me to say it? The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates
at all. If you don't like it, get your own damn show.
I'm a woosah right now.
But they give you 2 forks for a reason.
If you don't get out of there, say you go down, so you go come out the restaurant, and you're able to whistle through your hands, able to play Popeye Sailor Man.
Look at this. Nobody wants to feel me. Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie.
Marcella, next. Okay, we're gonna go on to next. You're not gonna like this one either. Okay, so since y'all want to go ahead and violate my show, next.
But we love you.
What truly? Let me take her comment off here too. What truly is the responsibility, in your opinions, of a man or a woman in a relationship? What truly are the responsibilities? What do you bring? What should they bring to the table?
That's 2 different questions. But
Same
as far as I'm concerned, the responsibilities are whatever the 2 of you and that's in the relationship decide upon. Because
she didn't answer the question. Y'all see that, right?
No, I'm answering the question. Because from back in the day, it used to be the man was the main provider. The man did this, the man did that, and then the female had certain so-called duties. But now, because you have a lot of women that actually make more than the man, that's not always the case. And then you have some men that might stay home with the children or and the woman's the one out there working. So as far as responsibilities, again, it's whatever that couple decides upon.
All right, Marcy, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, but because she clearly didn't answer this.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes,
Marcy.
sir. Mm-hmm.
You make a little bit more money than I do,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly all that stuff switches up. Does
What
all that
switches
switch
up?
up? All the duties you was talking about just a second ago.
No, and see, that's what I just said. A lot of times, sometimes the women makes more than the man.
Okay.
So because she might be the main breadwinner in the family. So that's why I'm saying you can't just say it's not one for every relationship, because in that relationship, the woman might be the main provider, and then the man is doing other things to complement that relationship. So it just depends on that relationship and what those two decide upon together as to what is going to be my responsibility and what's going to be his responsibility.
I'm saying overall, a man and a woman, what are the responsibilities? What do they bring? What should they bring to the table for each other?
I bring
in the relationship.
Okay, I would say honesty, whereas you should both be able to confide in each other without worrying about you run into your boys or you run into your girls. I shouldn't be hearing something I confided in you out in the streets. I feel for me, I like where the man is my protector. I just had a conversation with someone about someone I dated in the past, and excuse me, I knew without a doubt that I was safe.
That it hit the fan.
That should be both ways, as well as when I say safe as well. Whereas, again, I can come to you and you can come to me with anything, and we have each other's back. We have support. We have each other's back.
I hear this question.
Okay. Very good. No. I just want to read some of these comments. Okay. Ella says, let's talk about how unattentive men are. Oh, wow. Here we go.
Whoa.
Byron says, communication and respect are the responsibility of both parties.
Yeah.
Natalie agrees with what you're saying, Marcella, and Ella says compatibility. Maurice, what do you say?
I say, those roles have historically been like stuck in the, they're static
in society.
Right. In society, they have been static. In other words, the man, he was a breadwinner and the woman was a nurturer. That's why I was asking about how you felt about changing those roles. Just because, do they evolve or do they change just because you make a little bit more money or make way more money than your spouse?
It depends on the relationship.
I guess so. That's a good answer.
Kevin, what do you say, man?
Well, this is going to shock the world. I agree with Marcella.
What?
No, why do you guys act that way when you agree with me?
No, I'm just I said that for facts because but it's honoring and respecting her needs and your needs, and making that clear from day one. As far as the responsibilities, I guess I would word it a little different. What's important to you in daily life? What's your expectations of me? And I can outline what my expectations of you, and everything else other than that original conversation, you got to be flexible on, because if it's not at the forefront of your thoughts in the very beginning of the relationship, everything else has to adjust. Like Jeff says, redirect, refocus, and regroup.
Right.
So in a relationship, and that's the key thing, because there's no such thing as a perfect relationship, and there's no day that
there is
dead.
I'm messing with you, Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. I'm messing with you, man.
No, it's because every day brings a new event into relationship, and how you deal and resolve those problems creates the foundation for that relationship. If problems go unresolved, then the foundation is always going to remain shaky, and that's the reason why you end up with smashing your cousin, +1, +2, and move next door conversations.
You on the Godzilla
delayed. He's talking, but his mouth moves.
Godzilla delay. That's what I was going to say. The Godzilla.
Yeah, it must be the internet. I'm at home tonight.
You're fine now.
All
He
right.
says, I'm watching this on YouTube, and it's a big delay too. You're fine, man. Marcia should be paying attention to what we're doing here as opposed to watching.
I am. I'm watching
music videos and stuff.
I'm watching Dope Living TV on YouTube, and it's like I do this.
I'm messing with you. Shout out to my my beautiful ex-wife, Fayetta. She's watching on LinkedIn. So, in my opinion, I guess you shouldn't expect anything from anyone except for respect. Right off the top, okay? Expect respect, right? But after that, you want somebody, and this is just my opinion, of course. You want somebody, as far as a woman, you want that man to, and Kevin, I'm with you. I agree with Marcella.
Whoa.
To feel safe. You want that woman to feel safe.
The internet's gonna crash.
I know, man.
I know what I'm talking about.
Want her to feel safe with you. You want her to feel that, even when bad times are there, that you'll protect her. You'll protect the household. As far as a woman, for a man, for me, I just want a woman to, support me and uplift me. All right. As a man, we do have I think, a heavy burden to make sure that we're taking care of her, taking care of the family, and taking care of ourselves as well. I just want that woman to understand and to support the things that I do and to correct me when I'm wrong. Don't let me go out there looking like a fool. All right. Correct me when I'm wrong. I don't have a problem being corrected. I used to. I used to be bad with it. I mean,
in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Because some people are really funky.
Relationships should be about money. Michelle Kane, hey, authoress Michelle Kane.
How are you?
Hey, Michelle.
So yeah, I think we all agree with Marcella. So Marcella, you hold it down. When you hold it down, Gina would be proud of you right now. You hold it down. All right, let's move on. Can you have a physical relationship with someone and not catch feelings?
Yes. I'll answer that. I mean,
you answer that really quick too.
Yeah,
and says
that's because it goes both ways. Exactly, Ella. That goes both ways. It's a mutual agreement. I mean, we're there to physically support each other.
Look at Maurice getting a little nasty
nice.
on the quiet tip.
Nice. I mean, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Partner says absolutely.
Hey, Greg, you notice Mo's whispering tonight.
I'm not whispering. I'm not whispering. All right, you want me to talk loud? I talk loud. Yeah, both of us for physical support. Yeah. It's a mutual agreement, right, Kevin?
That's
right. Maurice, real loud, so that your wife can hear you. I want you to say 5 times. Bang, 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 bang. Go ahead, do that.
Bang, 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 bang. You know what we're doing down here? Bang, bang, bang. Now.
Whew.
Ain't that right? Ain't that right, y'all?
Hey, grease up the ceiling, fan. Marcella, what you say?
Okay.
What say you, I should say?
I don't believe that you can have what is the thing, physical relations without catching some type of feelings. Because when you start looking, let me tell you how. Because when you're having a physical relationship, it feels good, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to come back. You're gonna want to come back for more, right? If it's really good. If it's that good, you're gonna want to come back. So if you okay, but why would you want to come back? There's some type. It's some type of
because I've exhausted everybody else. So now I'm going round 2. I'm starting back at the beginning and going back around.
You need to quit.
What?
Let me finish what I'm trying to say.
A mutual agreement.
There are gonna be some type of feelings involved.
What type of feelings would those be?
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. If it was really good, you're gonna want to come back and hit that at some time or another. Might not be right then, but that's some type of feeling there. You have I know men are like, oh, I'm just hitting it just to be hitting it, strictly physical, and a lot of times that
you lost me there.
Emotional. It's more emotional for the female.
You lost me there.
Well, that's okay, baby. You can catch up later. But it's harder for the woman not to catch feelings because it's more emotional for the female. But you do have some females, excuse me, that are out there, excuse me, that are only there for the sex because a lot of has flipped.
Brenda, you got to explain that.
Soul ties. Soul ties. It's a
You
spiritual.
talk about friends with benefits?
No, soul ties is when it's what she's I believe is what she's saying. With the soul ties, it's a spiritual thing. So when you sleep with someone, there are transference of spirits. Maurice, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. It's a spiritual thing.
Why Maurice got to be the only one to understand what you said?
I know, because we kind of have the same background, spiritual background.
Or Marcia to me.
Well, I'm just saying, I know for a fact. Let me put it like this: spiritual soul ties. When you sleep with someone, there are soul ties involved, whether you want to admit it or not. So there is something there with that. You pretty much have slept with everyone that person slept with.
Okay, check this out though. You said Maurice, you should know. Okay, but Maurice was basically right there saying, if you talk about it before you start.
He's talking like a man. He's talking like what most men. Oh, I
because
can do it. I just want straight sex. I just want straight sex. But regardless of whether that's your intention, there are soul ties.
You don't have to catch feelings. You don't have to catch feelings. You know, if as Maurice said, both of y'all talk about it. You talk about it and you say, hey, look, we're gonna do this. That's that. I'm gonna call you time to time. We're gonna knock it out. You cool? Yeah, I'm cool, baby. Okay, don't call me baby. Okay, we cool. All right, good. It's done.
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I respected them. They respected me. They knew what was going on and everything. And if they called, then hey, and vice versa.
My name is not Greggy.
I love Ella.
Greggy shows up on Wednesday nights.
Oh no, you didn't, Kevin. Did you see how you said that?
Answer the question, man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you. Well, I think Marcella is the only person. I haven't mentioned my book in a long time. Only person.
Wait a minute, hold up, Mr. Magic Mike. What you talking about?
You ready?
All right.
Blast it.
You know something that's one thing, and secrets out.
Okay.
And, yeah, and I owe you guys because since we've done this show, someone came on the show and sent me pictures of back in the day. Yeah. So
you shouldn't have been flash dancing.
I know. But anyway, I'm going to say this because I wrote it in my book. When you talk about catching feelings, there was an experience that I had with a young lady that I had been attracted to for several months, and she finally confirmed that she was mutually attracted to me. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Monday came around, and went to go ahead and. You know, it was back then we had pagers. Went to let her know how the weekend went and so forth. And I was looking forward to next time. And it was nothing. Weeks went by, months went by. 3 months later, we walked by. We were in a grocery store together. And it was like the Seinfeld moment. She was coming one way, I was coming the other. And as we passed, we both said hello. And then as I passed her, I turned around and go, hey, I'm not going to mention her names. I'm going, girl, you look something wrong. And she goes, no, what? She goes, I said, I thought we had a perfect weekend. She said, Macklemore, that was the best weekend I ever had. I had a great time. And I said, well, you know, I haven't heard from you in a while. And she turned to me and she said, Mac, it was just sex. And I was like, she did a man thing on me because when you say that, you know, emotions can't, you know, or like Marcy said, soul ties. You know, the reason why the man and woman are a perfect fit is because the reason why Eve got Adam's rib. When you put that back together, the two souls join together. So it's almost impossible, unless you don't have a soul, to experience that moment and not have a moment of weakness. So it's the enchantments.
And I agree. But again,
she didn't call me, Greg. She didn't call me, Greg. Help me. She didn't call me.
That's what I'm saying, man. I feel kind of bad for you, man. I want to send you a cash app or something, but that's like you had to pull the covers up, put them real close, and just say, "Call me."
Man, I'm gonna tell you that was the first time that I knew going in a woman had used me.
Wow.
Damn.
I had one or two of them myself. So.
Yeah. And the whole thing is, I've always said, just tell me coming in the front door what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, so that way I know how much of my heart to put into it.
Exactly. Because
if I'd known it was going to be like that, I'd have held onto the remote and watched a little sports.
That's crazy though. How do you know how it's going to end up though? You know what I mean?
You don't.
So do you put, like you get this I'm not going to call it one night stand. You get to this situation and fella, sometime when the first time you trying to do some Olympic style fucking, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. You in it.
Your swinging back, from the trees.
Your back has never arched like that before. Okay, and then she's like,
arched like a silverback.
Come on, right? And so and then when you're done, it's like, okay, she's like, okay, make sure you close the door behind you when you leave. Ooh. And I'm like, well, not me. Never happened to me.
No.
Not I. But I'm just saying, for me, I would think that if you had a conversation ahead of time, both of you, then it's cool. And if you want to call each other, whatever. Carl says, do soulmates still exist? Everybody is using somebody today. Ella says, Greg is there. God damn it. It's there every day. Brenda says, back breaking. All right. Yes, Brenda, back breaking. Try. Good love and body rocking, knocking boots all night
long.
Uh-huh. All right, let's move on, man. Is having, and Marcy, I know you're gonna say something on this. Is having a bank account that your mate can't access, would you consider that a sign of mistrust? Get off of mute. Marcy, you're on mute.
Thank you. Not necessarily, because what I've always been taught, minimum of 3 accounts. Your account, my account, our account. And that way, especially with if both of you have income coming in and things like that, that's
I heard that in a long time. Income coming in. I heard that in a long time.
He's so silly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. My mom and daddy said.
I've been told, that saves a lot of craziness. So the household things are things that you guys are going to do together. And then you guys have your own, accounts where, that money, you do whatever you want. But when that joint account, you have that joint account, that's pretty much, like I said, for household things that you guys are going to jointly take care of. And then up to a certain amount for that one, because, like say let's say you got like 50,000 in just that joint account, and Greg goes in there and just decide, I'm going to go over here and buy whatever, just something willy-nilly, a very big ticket item without really discussing with your mate. I would say, I don't really think that's a mistrust thing for me.
Okay. You mentioned joint accounts and this account, that account. I'm talking about accounts she don't know nothing about. My account.
Ooh.
Well, I would think that, if you're married, I would think that's a sign of mistrust.
Why?
Because if you're married, why would you not trust your mate enough to let them know that you got this extra account over here? What would be the reason for you to have a secret account?
And if you're married, why are you sticking your fork in my plate? Okay, I'm saying
because your plate look good. What's in your plate? So I want.
But I'm saying, I have this account. I know who you are. I love you to death. Okay, but you like those expensive things. Okay, and we go to account. Again, you want to have a joint account? Fine. I'm not. You want to have a joint account? Fine. That's fine. That's what you want to do. That's fine. But I've already had 2 accounts before I met you. One account you're not gonna know about. That's my account. Just in case you do something that's kind of crazy, I still got this. I've seen this happen. I know a guy who he cheated on his wife a lot. She finally found out, and when she found out, she started slowly taking money and sending it home, taking money, sending it home to other people who she trusted. So eventually, this guy got caught with his pants down. And all that money was gone. Money was gone.
That was payment for his infidelity.
He still had to pay. He still had to pay alimony and child support. He still had to pay.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but
and that actually happens a lot, both ways. Whereas he knows what he's doing, he knows he's gonna leave, and so he starts moving things. I've heard of a couple of people that I know where he started moving money, and a lot of times where, you know, the woman know, oh, wait a minute, we had this amount of money, and then all of a sudden it disappears. And I'm thinking, I'm listening to what you're saying, Greg, as well. If the woman is, and I'm gonna say dirty like that, where she's trying to be slick and take money, she's gonna find that money, not unless it's out the country, because even before they leave, there some and men as well, their mindset is, I'm gonna stick it to them, but let me get the financial,
let me get that 100,000 somewhere.
Right. So they already hired. I know someone who hired a detective, found secret accounts, all kind of, you know, things, and was on it. So when they went to court and he was trying to say, oh, I just have this $2 right here, that they were on it. No, you got this. What about
you
this?
got 200?
Oh no, they had pulled everything out. So there are ways you can find out whether it's secret or not. If that person is that type of person, trying to just be take you for your money.
I'm gonna tell you, all of mine is above board. All of it is. So,
well, you married hard, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, I'm in there.
That's how marriage. Thank you. That's how marriage should truly be. Don't just get married willy-nilly.
Okay, you know.
Okay, now come on.
You got to have a conversation about money. If money is your point, you got to have a conversation about it. And don't get me wrong, she take care of what she's supposed to take care of. But when she want to dig in, damn it, oh Lord have mercy, she put the shovel in, the gold shovel, pull that bad boy out and do her thing. She goes.
But that's a conversation, though, right?
Right. That is a conversation, and we've had that conversation a few times.
And that's mutual respect.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why when you enter a marriage, I wouldn't do this if I was dating someone.
Right.
That's why you have that conversation regarding money and the responsibility of money, and you agree to terms on how that money is to be spent. You know, you can have his or her account, but the family account, anything pulled out of it has to be mutually agreed upon.
Right. And that's what I was saying earlier. Can you put Carl's message comment back up there, please? Okay, Carl says, my business account is not my mate's business. And that when you get married, that's when the prenup start coming in. If that's something how you truly feel, then I would say
that's something you need to talk about.
Correct. That's when you talk about before you get married.
Because I'm gonna tell you,
and that's one of those accounts that your spouse needs to know about your business in the event that something happens to you.
Correct.
She doesn't need to be in your business unless she's part of the business.
And you know, I can remember this very clearly in Texas with my ex. We had an account, a bank account, and couldn't nobody pull no money out unless the other one was standing right next to him.
Yeah.
You know? And that was crazy.
Ella says, smart. This is just showing the bitterness y'all have. Ella says, might have married a nut, and you know, you got to get away. Come on.
Wow.
Jamie Gray says, hey, Jamie, how are you? Jamie Gray says, everyone should have an emergency account for their own protection, just in case your mate loses their mind. I have my husband's name is not on, and he knows about. He isn't happy about it, but that's just what it is. No secrets.
And that goes back to, that's what I was saying.
Barn says, I don't bank with other human beings.
You know what? Byron needs some help.
I mean, I agree to a certain extent, but you know, I'm very protective about that stuff.
But you know, most of the time, single guys don't take that crap. Period. Once they start dating and getting close to getting married, if they're talking about money, because they didn't had it, you know, if they've been single more than 5-6 years, nope. But especially if they went through a divorce, you know.
But you know what?
If you want to avoid the money question, date someone that's got her own money, got her own business, got her own life.
And I just want to say, all of the questions and the things that we're saying whether the husband or the wife, everything can be reversed, because also, like, you know, with Kevin, a lot of times the women have more money, they have their own business as well. So it's just, again, we go back to mutual respect. It goes back to having a conversation, being in agreement with what you guys are going to do with money, and how you're going to handle it, and do that in the beginning. And I would just say, put it in writing, Because at the beginning you all in love, and and all this stuff, and
That's
it's
called a
gonna
prenup.
last forever.
Like Kevin said, that's called a prenup.
Right, that's what I said earlier.
Okay.
Especially if you're talking about big money. If you're talking about big money, shoot. I mean, if I would believe I'd done it differently if we had big money, And then
But
again,
again, same instance, Maurice. Same instance. You got big money. Is she going to consider that that you don't trust me with your money? You're marrying me.
Hold on for a minute. I mean, if you've been married before, you done got your kids going on, and this is just something that came in, you married. It's two different situations. You just married this new thing, and this new thing ain't had nothing. You got $40 million and she got $20. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't get access to my accounts. But if like me and my wife, we've been
your wife?
No. If I got 30 million and she got 20,000, no. Hell no. And hold on, let me finish the conversation, because now I've been married to my wife for I've been with my wife for 30 years now. And of course, if I didn't know how she was gonna handle money, I knew how she was gonna handle money a long time ago, and this has been a circle for us. Money, period. Money. And we've been with each other when we didn't have any money, when we had money, lost it. You know what I mean? We've been with each other that long, so we know, that's going to be a constant thing, and it's not a fight. It's more or less a conversation all the time with us.
And believe it or not, I have a friend that used to be in Major League Baseball, and he's been through 2 divorces, and he's now dating someone he's engaged with, and he just bought himself, a Porsche electric. I forget what the
318. I know exactly which one it is.
And he owns several car dealerships in this area. And his fiance, has never had a brand new car. So he bought her a brand new Volkswagen Tiguan. And she's like, well, how come I can't have a Porsche? And he goes, because you're not the wife yet.
Right. And take your money.
And I'm going, you got a brand new car, baby girl.
Yeah,
you were Ubering before.
Right.
Be happy. As soon as you say you move into the big house, he's flying you around on a private plane and everything else, and you're complaining about a car.
I see Marcy's face. I got to finish something.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
I got to finish.
A woman has to understand the same way a man has to understand. If your partner has already been through the ringer with a divorce or a bad relationship regarding money, he or she is going to be extra sensitive to it. And so the easiest way in order to keep your relationship sound is not make money a primary conversation piece between the two of you. In the event that he gives to you freely or she gives to you freely, be gracious enough to accept it, but don't have expectation that this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you got to bring something to the table in order to get something from the table, even if it's just your heart.
Okay. I'm agreeing with pretty much what Kevin is saying, because I wanted to touch on let me tell you something he's saying, because something that Maurice stated, if he's got all these millions here, and my question for you, Maurice, is, let's say you have all those millions and she comes in, you have your business, and she comes in supporting you with your business and helping you build your business to even higher levels and heights.
That is totally different. That's the reason why I said I had to qualify what I said.
Right. Okay. Because that's why
I had to qualify what I said. I mean, like me and my wife have been together for 30 years. She didn't have my children, and she got my utmost respect. She's raising my babies, and it's an honor for her to have my kids. So she's been entitled to any damn thing she wants. So, we got whatchamajig coming here with $20,000 freaking dollars, and I got 40 million. And I got a business now. She got to put in the time, just like I had to make that business.
And and I know some women aren't going to agree with me, but that's understandable. And that's whether the woman has the millions or
that's both ways.
Correct. When you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time also, and not just being a gold digger. Oh, he's got 40 million. Hey, I'm set. That's our money. And then coming in like, okay, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And you're not really
get pregnant.
Now, Marcella,
trying to get pregnant over and over again, to make sure that if she things don't work out, you paying child support for life and alimony and all that. Yes, sir.
Marcella, let me
You're
ask
paying
you
for a
this.
lifestyle at that point.
Marcella, this is not on the script, but let me ask you this: if the
Oh, Lord.
woman is a $60 million woman and the man is a $75,000 a year earner in the relationship, is he still the man in the relationship,
Yeah.
even though she's paying all the bills, even though she's
Why,
paying?
why would she have to be paying all the bills? He's making money too, though. He's got to be.
He can pay the water bill on the mansion.
He just reversed the role though, because the woman sits around and the man pays the bill when he makes the most money.
I didn't say anything. I never said that. I
The question
believe in a
was,
relationship, both of them should be doing something.
Is he still the man in the relationship? That's the question I asked you, because she makes so much money. Is he still the man, or is because she's the provider, is she the man?
Money does not make the man or the woman. Just because you have more money does not mean you're emasculating the man. Because let's say I'm making 100 million a year and you're only making 1 million. That does not mean that you're no longer a man.
It don't override your gender or power.
Right.
Look,
Okay.
Carl says, I built my business and financial wellness prior to getting married. They do not get access. Byron says, I've been married for almost 12 years and we've never had an argument about money. We know what our lifestyle costs and we agreed on the contribution of each party.
Right there.
Hold on. I got a couple more. Carl said you got gold digger talk. Anyway, you and Ella said, and that wasn't enough for her, and that's a shame. She also says she agrees with Carl. She says, right, that's gold digger talk. No, I'm joking. She didn't say that. Byron said, just tattoo a $100 bill on your penis and tell her to feel free to blow your mind.
That was so wrong. Byron.
That was crazy.
What you say, Greg? You got to write that one down.
Yeah, blow my cash, blow his cash anytime.
A $100 bill on your penis and tell her to feel free to blow your money.
Where did he get that from?
That's the comment of the day.
Marcy, I tell you, you need to write that down in the
yes.
I bet you I don't.
Put that in the dictionary. Put that in the
That is not going in our dictionary.
Put it in the dictionary.
I hope no one's offended, but that was funny.
Right. And like Brenda said, he's still the man. He is still
right.
I agree.
If he's being a man, then he is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ella got a little grin on that. Okay.
Guys don't got a real man that wouldn't phase him one bit, you know.
Hold up. Just a tattoo, a $100 bill on your penis.
You like that, huh, Greg?
Hey, if a man can endure that tattoo, he is the man.
Yeah.
I gotta remember this. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Is that in small bills?
Take a picture of the comment.
Is that in small bills or big bills? Or one big bill?
The big face.
One $100 bill. One. What's up, Trish? One $100 bill. All right.
Trish, help me out.
So if you go to work, all right, and you make these great relationships at work, right? Is there a problem with having a work wife or a work husband?
Yep. Give your definition first of a work husband or wife.
Just what it is. At work, y'all real close and everything. You talk about everything, whatever, okay?
Don't tell my business. What happens in my home should be staying in my home.
You need to cut that out.
I don't appreciate when you have an emotional attachment to someone else outside of me in that manner.
You spend 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day with that person. With those people.
Talk about the job.
And Brenda asked a great question. What's the depth of the relationship?
And that was my next question, is because if that friendship is not shared within your relationship and it's something exclusive to your mate, then it becomes an issue. I don't have trust issues, but I don't like wasting my time either. So
that's why I said define that work husband and wife.
Yeah, because if she's repeatedly extra late coming in and it's all work related, and there's nothing in her work that's basically being improved, then I question why she's so late, or whatever the case may be. But in my house, I don't have time for that. If that work relationship is valued over your personal relationship, then I kind of move on. I don't like stress.
When it gets to that point, yeah, I agree with you. Jamie says, yes, if you need a work wife, you should probably marry her. Carl says, never had a work wife. What's that one is enough?
I.e. enough.
One is enough.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Jamie says, what happens when this close work relationship turns into something else? And that's when, yeah, I agree with that. You know, emotions come into it, and then if she or he wants to change the dynamics of everything that's going on, okay, then it becomes a problem. Are you going to tell your wife at home, well, hey, so-and-so is getting a little bit too
friendly,
touchy-feely maybe, or she's getting a little bit too friendly with her information that she's sharing with me? Are you going to go and tell her? Most work relationships, you're not going to tell, you know, basically, because you don't want the discord at home.
And then that's how a lot of the other crap, infidelity sometimes seeps in, because, like, let's say, okay, Greg, say you're my work husband. Kevin is my husband. No, Kevin is my husband. Greg is my work husband. So let's say Kevin and I are having some issues at home. So every day at work, I'm coming to Greg. Greg, you know what? I just, you know, you're so easy to talk to. Greg, you know, this is going on, da 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 da. And then say Greg is one of those folks like, well, Marcella, I really think such and such, and I think da 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 da. So then I'm constantly going to him, and then he's like, you know what? They haven't.
But what if that's not what? What if that's not what they're talking about? What if they're talking about stuff that they do? You know, maybe they go to lunch all the time. Okay, maybe they saw something when they went to lunch. They sit at the park on lunch break or something like that.
That's called establishing common ground, and that's the entry level to dating your plus one.
Okay. And Brenda says that's how the discourse happens. And Carl says it will all come out at the Christmas party.
Yep.
Girl, you know it's true.
Ooh. Marcy, let's take it to the moment here.
All right. So right at this time, we're going to redirect, regroup, and refocus with words of wisdom from our life coach, Jeff Relaford.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Life Coach Jeff coming to you real quick. Fast, quick, and easy. I want to talk about self-doubt. So the question I have for you is, why do you doubt in you? 9 times out of 10, people doubt in themselves because they do not know the outcome of the goal, or they don't know the outcome of the highest potential that they can reach once they get to inner self. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me.
Now, is that a Gina?
What I want you to do is, I want you to look at yourself and ask the question, why am I self-doubting? How come I do not believe in me? Because the thing is, if I don't believe in me, that means what type of steps am I not taking to move forward?
The worst thing in entertainment
progress?
is silence.
That's all I ask for you to do today. Question your self-doubt, identify if you're self-doubting, and if you are, make a change. All right, y'all. This is Life Coach Jeff. Redirect, refocus. Dope Living TV Live.
Regroup and refocus. Peace out.
What happened? What happened?
He unmuted his mic.
Oh.
So let's redirect, regroup, refocus with the Life Coach Jeff, who evidently must have a doily sponsor, okay? Because he got a different doily every day. So Jeff, right on, man, right on, bro. All right. Yeah, that was odd. Marcella says we hear you, Kevin. He said that in the private chat.
I'm like, wait a minute.
That's cool. That's cool. So, where was I at here?
Hold up,
I want to go back for a minute, okay? Because Marcella, you put a comment in the group chat that we have, and it's about what annoys you. And you didn't even mention that, all right? So, would it annoy you if you went to the bathroom, especially ladies, because you sit all the time, and there's no toilet paper on the roll?
That annoys the hell out of my wife.
Yes, and the toilet paper roll is sitting on the counter or on the side, and it's like
Marcy only did it 2 times. Only did it 2 times.
And you or the seat is up, and so you
that.
go into the restroom in the middle of the night and you fall in.
Ooh.
Now, I have a question, because with my first wife that happened, and my first question was, why don't you turn around and look before you sat down?
Before you sat down.
Because you expect it to be there.
Sleepwalking.
You expect it to
surprise,
be there.
surprise, surprise.
And I go without the light on a lot. And you know, if I go in the middle of the night, I'm not turning on the light. I know where I'm going.
No, they got those special toilets now.
Yeah, with the light on.
The light on them, and the seats go down by themselves.
Yes.
Would you use a bidet?
I would.
You will? You said you would?
A bidet?
Yeah.
Yeah, to clean your booty. Why not?
That's better than just.
Yeah, just. Thank you, Angie. Definitely annoying.
Definitely annoying. Ella says, just put it in close reach. See, it don't have to be on the roll.
On the roll. If you got it, and you're gonna, it's just so easy.
Now, let me ask you this.
I got trained.
Does it make a difference if the roll rolls from the top?
That's what I was gonna say.
Bottom.
Top, man had to come off the top.
Mine got to go over.
It had to come off the top because she said, "Put it down. Don't make no sense. Put it at the bottom."
I will tell you this: when I'm pissed off, I flip it around.
They go in the bathroom, do your turn the She know now, Kevin. Now she know.
Look, going like, he must be pissed off about something. It's going on.
I say, baby, what's wrong?
Mine have to go over.
What you mean, what's wrong? The robe was turned around. Oh, nothing.
So, if you're single, you want to get married. What are you doing to make yourself marriage material?
So I guess I'm the only single one. Me and you go first, Greg.
No, he said if.
That's everybody can answer that question.
Yeah, he said if.
Oh, when I was single.
And Brenda says top, okay. And Ella says, well, that's where it belongs. But if it's not, put it in close reach.
Like top what? Top? Wait, what?
We're still talking
rolling from the top, rolling it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, when I changed my whole aura. I mean, when I was single, I mean, I changed a whole lot of things, you know, but it wasn't all bad. You know, most of it was because I liked having fun. I like having a lot of females around and having fun, you know. So,
yes, sir. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if it was on my tab, they was all sitting down, they was all drinking, and they was eating, and we was having fun.
Yeah, my
that's what changed about me. That's a lot to change.
Yeah, my thing is I become more available
to that person.
Yeah, because all the stuff that I do and whatever, everything is on a schedule. It has a timeline and whatever, and you know, if I'm not committed, you know, it's, you know, we'll work it out. But if you're going the next step, some things could be done later, and you become a priority, and that's when you know that, you know, you're going to that next level in the relationship when you make that person a priority.
Make them a priority, not an option. Go ahead, Maurice.
Go ahead.
I mean, Marcella, go ahead. No, I was gonna moving on and trying to get some more in real quick. Well, go ahead.
Let's move on.
Answer the question.
Mine is similar to Kevin's, making sure I have time. We're friends. Making sure I have time, because there's a lot that I'm constantly doing, and I know I can get really involved in different projects and have like, oh wait, you know, like I'm not answering the phone because I'm busy, and just taking the time to be available. Because I've been single for a long time, and I've been very independent and used to it just being me. So it's like, okay.
How long has it been?
Not the last.
Hold on. Before you answer that, Marcy,
Mm-hmm.
Now answer.
A serious relationship. I want to say 4 to 5 years.
Oh,
and
Lord.
So I'm used to being, but that was by choice, because I had obligations, family obligations as caretaker. And so just making sure I'm available, and just putting in the time, because I would put, you on the back burner in a minute because I have to do these things. So that's something that I know I would have to really work on.
I would have to work on to quit making excuses. I've made a lot of excuses for my actions. I have to stop making excuses and be accountable for my actions, period. You get to sometimes when you get to, and I'm quite sure because Kevin's been in front of the camera as well. We get a little arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's and it's not right. All right. I'm not saying you did, Kevin. I'm just saying I know me.
Thank you.
And it's not right. So I have to be accountable for my misgivings. All right. And quit making my business an excuse for me not to be right. And that when I say, and I mean that it was no jokes. It is what it is. Anyway, that's just me. Let me move on. Nobody ever says agreed, Greg, though.
Right. Me neither. Me neither.
You don't get that either.
I shook my head. That's true. That makes sense.
I want people to say it though. I want to see it. Just, look, Kevin got 2 in a row. Look at this. Right, Kevin.
All right, Kevin. All right.
I agree with you, Greg. Don't feed your distractions.
Hey, Greg. He just got a book, talking about a deck of cards and a game of X's and O's. So we don't have those books. He has an advantage.
The X's and O's is a memoir about my life and taking control of my life. Dating with a full deck is when you've made your mistakes and you recognize your mistakes, and before you bring someone in, you have to own your own stuff. So it's about how not to screw up the opportunity to have a second date. Be accountable.
Ella just trying to get on my nerves. Again.
Ella, I'm going to send you a book.
It's working.
I'm going to send Ella a book.
Yeah, you're going to send her a book.
Let's send her a really big T-shirt. All right, that's what we need to send her. One of those big T-shirts that cover a car. That way we won't have to hear or see her. Does a wife have the right to lock her husband outside for coming home late? I think we talked about this before.
We did.
And the answer was,
I'm going to tell you on my end. My wife ever locks me out of the house, she needs to move.
You gonna put out?
No, I'm just saying, if she feels that strongly that I don't belong in my own house, no matter how we disagree about something, it's our house. As soon as she locks me out of it, it becomes possession of mine. She's got to move.
Jamie says that's childish, and Angie says no, not at all. No,
that's honest.
Hey, it's not what you said, but the questions. To lock her outside.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't have that type. I don't need that type of relationship. If we have issues, we need to talk about it. But home is supposed to be someplace you're supposed to be safe in.
Right.
You're not supposed. No one's supposed to hold you hostage in your own home.
What about putting you out the bedroom where you got to sleep on the couch?
That's the reason. That's the reason why my man cave is top notch. I don't care if you puts me in the bedroom.
Hey, Mary Gay says no. Ella says you're outside. Ella, stop.
Hey, I'm going to tell anyone, if you lock your man or woman out of the house,
out of the bedroom,
and they need someplace to sleep, don't be surprised where they sleep that night or who they sleep with, because you can force you can force your mate to make.
You just created the problem.
Yep, you can force your mate to make a decision they probably would not have made that night, and they may regret it.
Angie just said that locking him out may cause them to roam. You're absolutely right. And Ella's still on that same stuff. How are you getting back in? I'm gonna break a damn window. That's how I'm gonna get back in. Right? Then that's your ass.
Oh, as long as it's not any abuse, I'll put it like I'm gonna add that.
And I agree with that.
Then yeah, you need to be locked out, but you need to have the police involved with that at that time, so that you can.
It is childish. It's very childish.
Yeah.
You both invest a lot of time in that home. What gives you the right to
lock me out? And trust me, if I was gone that long and I didn't give you a phone call, there's a really good reason. My phone got blowed up, thrown down, or something.
Ella says if she locks you out, she about don't care. Mary agrees with me. Thank you, Mary. She says you are so right.
Hey,
Angie says never leave or lock anyone out. Go in another room if you need to calm down. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. You might lock that person out that day, and there might be some stuff going on outside. Okay. Now, this person is locked out. All of a sudden, this person gets hurt out there. Somebody might come. Anything could happen.
And that's why I say, fellas, set your man cave up, because we'll come over and we'll play spades. When we know your wife is not coming down, game on.
Mary agrees with Angie. Jamie says you have to learn to be disagreeable like adults. Yeah, not like kids. Absolutely.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's another one. And I know I'm big on calling and texting and saying, hey, you know, I love you. How's your day? Blah, 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 blah. And I've gotten away from that a lot. But is that what you women require? Is it does it make a difference who's the first one to text or call to see how someone's doing throughout the day?
It depends. I mean, if I've been out and usually I'm at home at 4 o'clock, you know, in the afternoon or 5 o'clock, and it's 9 o'clock and I ain't called, you can trust me. I'm gonna.
Does that show that you're not interested though?
It depends on the relationship and how you guys have set up your relationship.
My relationship is if you ain't called by a certain time and she called, then she gonna ask some questions to ask. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to add this, and this is going to be another one. I agree, but I'm going to go into a little detail with Marcella. Is that you have to remember, as much attention that you gave your mate in order to get her into that relationship, you've got to maintain that same level.
At least.
Yeah. Because it's just like when a man expects, I mean, because we're creatures of habit. If this is the way you were when we first met you 5 years from now, we're kind of expecting that new thing. You guys kind of morph into other stuff and force us to adjust, and we get confused. I'm saying that's the reason why they say men are simple and women are complicated. But men have to understand what you did to get her is going to be the same level plus a little bit more in order to keep her interest. Because the first thing that's going to happen is, you know, she's going to give you a whole line of, you don't do this anymore. You used to take her to nice restaurants. Now we're eating burgers with, you know, at this and whatever. We don't have those nights when we talk because you come home and you're too tired to do this and whatever. And that becomes, it piles up on issues that aren't problems to just hop on to what the real problem is that you don't really talk about. Right. That's why arguments never end.
Exactly. I'm in agreement. Dang, Kevin, I'm agreeing with you. What in
Wow.
Hey, I wrote a book.
You did.
I had to mess up in order to come up with this knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I know some things too. Can I get
Greg? Yeah. Hey, Greg, I got to write book too, Greggy.
Man, I didn't write a book. I wrote a paragraph. Let me ask you, Marcy, and all the ladies out there that are chiming in and giving, you know, lifting Kevin up and nobody else.
I need it tonight.
Ladies, you're going out there, you're doing your thing, you're successful now. Okay, is your success a reason, if you're single, that you don't feel that you require? Do you need a man? Is your success that reason?
Say that again.
Is your success the reason you feel that you don't need a man?
I didn't say I didn't need a man. Well, I don't feel that I need. Oh, just period. Sometime I've heard women say that. I got my money. I got this. I got that. I don't really need a man. I'll just have him for when I want a man. But
okay, let's go back. That takes us all the way back to one of them other questions about can you have sex without catching feelings?
Well, and it depends on the
Marcelo and ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, any woman that says because of her success, I don't need a man, don't have a man.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them. And you know what? I think too, there some women that say that I don't need a man. I would say sometimes it's because they can't get a man.
And that's their pain coming out in their conversation because somewhere down the line, a relationship has gone wrong, and they haven't gotten over that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But let the right man cross her path and see what happens. Eyes will light up like a Christmas tree.
Can you repeat that, please?
I said, let the right person cross her path.
Yeah.
Her eyes will light up like a Christmas tree. It's the same with a man.
That's
If
true.
a man gets hurt and he says, I'm done with women, as soon as he gets to the Bahamas and he starts to looking over and they come up to him and say how wonderful he is and whatever the case may be, that song changes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can justify feeling different. Being in a relationship is an emotion. And if someone can create an emotion that makes your heart feel different, you can justify doing a lot of things that you said you wouldn't do.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, y'all, he wrote a book. Mary says, no, she'd like a man to have her back in support.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, what's going on, B? How's it going? Ella says, we desire to have a man. Angie says, y'all can shut up with all that mess. I still need a real man.
Oh, definitely. A real man. If I'm going to have one, I definitely need a real man.
Angie just supported what Ron said, a couple of weeks ago. Woman goes out and get what she wants. But what happens is she eventually goes out and finds out what she needs.
Mm.
Okay. And you got to decide. I'm curious to know what Angie means by what's a real man.
Angie, tell us what a real man is. Or is it just that we ain't talking about the flower? We're talking about the real man.
Wow.
Marcella, yeah, you ain't been around in a minute, huh? Okay. Marcella said the flower. The hell is the flower? Trees and the birds, Marcella, flower, trees, birds, all of that. Stars, quasars.
Special. You are so special.
Look it up, though. Look it up when you get a chance, Marcy, about the flower, okay? Go to Candy Coated.
You know what? You look it up.
I don't need to. I already know what it is. But Angie, yes, explain what a real man is. You guys are, hey, audience, y'all chiming in, okay? Jamie says, real man is a man who knows what you need without constantly being told.
That's good. Yes.
That is correct.
Okay. Then she still doesn't know what a real man is, because if she can't articulate exactly what it is, instead of making another statement, she doesn't know what a real man is.
That was a different person.
That was Jamie, but I agree with what she's saying, because I agree with what she's saying simply because of the fact that a woman wants, you all have your conversation. You go through conversations, and you're not asking for anything. You're not telling this man or this woman anything, okay? Yeah, go to conversation. You have a conversation. Then the next day goes, and all of a sudden, something from that conversation, it's just a conversation, he does or she does, all right? Well, he listened. He didn't need to be told.
Well, listen to this. If you look at the statement, a real man would have my back. All right, I got your back. I got your support, but I can't keep a job. My parents are constantly in my life. I miss, a couple of child support payments. My son and daughter doesn't like you. I'm standing up for you, but I'm always there for you, baby. And you're going out and you're doing all that. Is that still your real man? I'm supporting you. Whatever you need. I take out the garbage. I clean the house. I do all the things that, since you're not there domestic, but I don't have my stuff together. Is that still not make me a man?
Okay, Angie answering your question here. She says, I'm not talking about a guy who's still playing, but one who is consistent and knows how to treat a woman.
All right, I treat you well. I give you everything you need. I rub your back, your feet, when your days are tired and whatever. But still, I've been laid off twice, and I can't find a job. I can't afford to pay some of the bills. I give you what little bit I can, but I love you like no other man has, and I'm loyal to you.
Angie, I love you, period. I don't need all the extras. I just love you.
All right, because at the end of the day, when you say someone has your back, define what you need in order for someone to have your back. Does it mean that I have to pay bills? Do I have to do this, or whatever the case may be? That's why I said, when you say what a real man is, because we can get confused your definition, what you call a real man, and we get confused of what you define as support. What exactly does that mean?
Mary agrees. She says, okay. I agree with you as well, man. Let me ask you this. If 80% of marriages end in divorce, if 80% of divorces are initiated by women. I'm reading it just as it says. Does this mean that most women give up on marriages before men do?
Can you repeat
Marcy
that question, please?
Marcy grinning. If
No,
80%
someone just handed me a note that was really interesting, but
what does it say? Put it in the private chat.
I will not.
Oh.
Why would I put in the private chat? You know our private chat ain't private with you.
Okay, well, what did the note say?
It said, Greg is being very nosy right now, and do not put it in the private chat.
That's not what the note says, but okay, fine. If 80% of divorces are initiated by women, does this mean that most women give up on marriages before men do?
No. Because
Should
they
might.
I don't agree with that, because just because the woman initiates the divorce does not necessarily mean that she was the original one, that she pretty much just gave up. Because it could be that she's in a marriage and the man gave up a long time ago. And he's just he gave up. He's acted a donkey and all the above, and he's the one who gave up first.
It's amazing how Marcia just don't. Marcella just does not want to say bad words, so she uses animals and objects to take the place of the word, metaphors. You know, Brenda says when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. Ella says if the real man is sincere, we're struggling together. Okay. Jamie says women are making more money now, so they don't feel the need to stay. It used to be women had no money, so they stayed. Yeah. She has options now. If he cheated, she no longer has to stay. Mary says no, and I agree with her. Yes, agree with you, Mark.
Yeah. But all marriages don't end because someone was unfaithful in the relationship.
Right.
Right. Marriages end because it's convenient to get out of it. You know, back in the days when our parents were growing up, they stayed together. I mean, we had a guest on. They stayed together no matter what. Mm-hmm. And they just worked it out. It's your problem, our problem, work it out. You know, like the lady we had on a couple of weeks ago, she said she had too much invested to give up her man to someone else. She had already broken him in. She didn't want someone riding that. And that's what the young people need to realize. Stuff happens in life. You know, if you got a person that can own up to their shortcomings and they're going to do better, you have to realize you've got a house, you got kids you need to raise and whatever. You can get along because at some point, you know, as you get older, your skin is not going to be as smooth as it used to be. That six pack is going to turn into a pony cake. That butt is not going to be as small as it used to be. And, you know, the conversation is not always going to be as deep and as eloquent as it was before. But if you're still experiencing life together, that's what life is about, experiences. You know, those numbers of being 50% and 80% are high because divorce is convenient. And the only person that ever wins in a divorce is the divorce attorney.
Yep. And who sat there and counted the people and determined it was 80% of people? You know, I
did a survey.
Amy says a good marriage is made up of two good forgivers.
That's good.
Yep.
That's
absolutely. Good. Last one. So you all know Nia Long has been engaged to the Boston Celtics coach for 5 years. All right. How long is too long? How long should you be in? What should an engagement be? 5 years, and you still haven't put the ring. I mean, you haven't said I do. Is that too long? 5 years to be engaged?
So, what's the reason for the delay?
I'm asking. It's not a question about the reason. I'm asking the question: how long should you be engaged before you both say I do?
It depends on the couple. He's busy, she's busy. Maybe, you know, they want to do a big
shebang. 5 years?
I think that's a long time. I do. But then you had the pandemic, you know, why not just go ahead and get married a little short, small, private wedding, if that's what you want to do. And if you wanted to have a really big one, when you're able to do that, you know, maybe on the your 5th year anniversary or something. But that's long for me.
Let me ask everyone this question. When you're hungry, when do you want to eat?
Now.
Okay. When you want to get married, when do you want to get married?
5 years from now? No.
Any woman that allows a man to string her on for 5 years, she is no longer a priority. She's an option.
And that is just what it is. He is stringing you along. He is delaying for whatever reason he has. Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, I worked with Nia Long on The Guiding Light when she was a young kid. She is a good kid. I don't know what she's like as a woman now, but 5 years for anyone, let me tell you, they're playing a game that you can't win.
Maybe
and that's either one. I don't
be taken care of first.
Ella, what are you on today? She said, if y'all cool after 5 years, okay, but what are you waiting for? Ella, stop. Go ahead, Kevin.
I'm just gonna say, if someone's stringing me along for five years, I'm moving on.
Marcella says in the private chat, be careful, guys. I believe Gina's been engaged for that long. Okay, maybe
Gina's got a date. She's getting married.
Yeah, she has a date.
Yeah,
she knows. So it's different if you have an actual date set up.
Yeah, if you have an actual date, but if there's no end to that 5 years, and 5 years is going to turn into 6, is going to turn into 7, then I'm going to tell you, some of my friends will look at that relationship as an open door, both male and female.
Exactly. She ain't gonna get married. She ain't gonna marry him. He ain't doing right.
He just putting on the shelf.
Get in. See if I can get in. Mary says, I think 5 is too many years.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna say, in professional sports, you fall in love in every city that you play your sport in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not? Why not? I played chess for a while, and no, I didn't play chess.
I mean, there's a Mr. or Mr. Right in every city that you travel in. When you travel, the only difference is if you take Mr. or Mrs. Right home with you.
Okay.
So,
all right, y'all. That was a lot. It was good, though. I think we learned a little bit. Ella says that's called a cheater, Kevin.
No, that's called being honest when you're in professional sports.
Ella's just not going to be happy today.
Well, it's not saying cheater. This is what happens, and people don't realize when you're in the entertainment business, the sports business, and whatever. When you spend a lot of time, put in a lot of hours and whatever, you get lonely and things happen and whatever. And sometimes you wake up the following morning wishing you had never made a decision. It could be 1 or 2 drinks or whatever, but it takes a very strong man or woman to be in the limelight and to come home, or not to feel a certain kind of way, or just vulnerable for one night. When the world is beating you up during the course of a day and someone rubs your back, it's like, this feels good for right now, but you got responsibilities. Read a lot of this professional athletes, their books and so forth. They know that they're madly in love with someone, but there's things that's just convenient. It's just like, I can tell you, I have a whole closet with shoes. They only have 2 feet.
Yeah, you can't talk about shoes now.
I know, but when you look at it, it's like you got to understand it ain't right, but you've got to understand. It's like Marcella. I will tell you, you and I were together, and all of a sudden Denzel Washington came into town and swept you off your feet. I may not like it, but I can't blame you.
Denzel to catch an elbow. Okay, who you are? He'll be like, nigga, bow, get out of here, dude. You broke face. Let me do my Denzel. I can do my Denzel. No, I ain't gonna do it. Okay. Hey, really, real quick, man. And I'm just gonna go over one. We're gonna answer this real quick because we're running out of time. What benefits does a man get from a wife that he can't get from a girlfriend?
I would say stability would be one.
All right, that's good enough. Kevin?
I can't answer that.
Me neither. Maurice? Are you saying something, bro?
He's waiting for his wife to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had my mic muted.
Caught you.
Dang. I said communication
from a wife that you can't get from a girlfriend.
Communication.
You can't get that from a girlfriend?
No.
And Jamie said 2 years.
Girl. I mean,
they should be set.
Yeah,
2 years. Waiting days. 2 years.
I
What can
agree,
you
Jim.
get from a
Your wife, you'll get your communication and love.
That you can't get. Your girlfriend likes to talk.
Mm. No, not like your wife. You know it when it's your wife.
I say
Soul
nothing.
thing, right, Marcy?
Hmm?
I say
It's a
nothing.
Soul thing.
You say nothing. You can get the same thing from a girlfriend that you'll get from the wife.
I mean, basically.
I could be funny and say,
Thank you, Angie.
you get more sex from your girlfriend than your wife.
I was going to say something like that, but I said I'm not going to do this time. I'm gonna be nice.
I'm gonna be honest.
But yes, from a girlfriend, you can get that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching Dope Living TV live tonight. Okay, we're gonna go around the room and give our final thoughts. Marcella.
You know, from what we all talked about, we had some, we agreed with some, we disagreed with some of the answers, but in the end, it depends on the relationship that you're in, and it depends on the two people as to how that relationship will work or not work.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a different twist on the relationship talk, because there's a lot going on in our world today.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, you know, Greg always says you got to know your worth. It's time for people, for you to fight for your rights, because what happened on June 22nd is only the tipping point of what's yet to come. There's gonna be other things taken away from you systematically. That's the reason why they call it systematic racism.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to pull together, and as much as we laugh tonight, it's time for you to roll up your short sleeves, band together, no matter what color you are and whatever. And we've got
do what's right.
We got to fight the system. We got to quit yelling or whatever. It's time to act.
Yeah,
without a doubt. With that, I'll say, do what's right. Do what's right. Just what Kevin said, and do what's right. Everybody knows the difference. Most people know the difference between right and wrong. Those silent ones that are sitting out there, get off your donkey. Start doing it. Do the right thing.
And understand who you are, guys. Okay. Again, know your worth. All right.
My word. You took.
And don't forget, man. Look, we as Kevin said, we're living in a difficult time right now. We just celebrated, or we had Juneteenth. I told you I'm gonna talk about it all the time. We need to understand what it's about so that we can celebrate together and understand how proud we need to be of ourselves for coming through something to get to something. So let's keep that narrative going. Juneteenth, there's a lot of stuff's going to be said here about it. So stay tuned. All right. Hey, look, my guy Kenneth Joseph's, his movie is finally done. Yeah. It's about to premiere July the 1st. It's going to be premiering at the Gene Siskel Theater in Chicago, but you can also get it on Eventbrite. Live stream it on Eventbrite. It's a story. It's called The Johnny Jackson Story. You guys need to check it out. It's about a guy who came and started with the Jacksons as their drummer, and the things that happened to him, and where eventually he was not in the group anymore. And it's a whole story. It's a documentary. There's people that were around at that time that can tell a story. Just go and check the film out. All right. Shout out to Ken Joseph, BGHE, Chris Mills, one of the Dope Living team here. His show. What's the name of the show, Maurice?
You talking about the Headhunters
music show?
Oh, it's the Big Hunters.
Big Game Hunters Entertainment.
Big Game Hunters Entertainment, yeah. Big Game Hunter Entertainment, and what they're doing is looking for all of the artists that have. If you got something to say, you need to get with them. Inbox me or so we can get the information for Big Game Headhunters Entertainment, so you guys could get your music to him, because he's spotlighting the good and the bad and the ugly, and you just get a chance to get you out there.
No filter, no cap, y'all, for real. Okay, it's coming on July the 1st as well. July the 2nd, I'm sorry. Yeah. And go check them out, man. It's going to be a great show. There's a lot of good things going on with Dope Living, and this is always the staple, the benchmark here at Dope Living TV Live. So continue to support. You got us, we got you. All right. Tomorrow we'll be back, same time, same channel. You don't tell them what we're going to talk about, but I'm quite sure overnight, probably while we've been on here, something has happened that's going to be newsworthy that we can't talk about. So keep our ears and eyes open, and we'll be back to you guys tomorrow. But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody that tuned in on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. We appreciate you guys every single day, and we will see you guys tomorrow. All right, peace out.
Peace.
Night.
Peace.